Spoiler warning! When I first heard of this game, my immediate thought was, wow, what a cool hoodie. But then, when I saw Mega Chestnut, Chandelure, Electros, and Scolipede, I thought, yes! 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 When we got ZA, I immediately wanted to try it, but unfortunately we got it kind of late at night, so I had to wait till the next day, but whatever. This is part of my current playthrough. I come off the train looking for adventure, Pokemon, and a croissant. Look, with all the hubbub with Barrack being kidnapped, I needed a break just to be a tourist. I left all my other Pokemon with my mom for who to watch them. Suddenly, this random old lady named Taco Bell or something asked me to be in a commercial. She immediately pulls out her camera before I can say anything, but luckily, an ad comes on the intercom. Well, I skip the ad. A phantom comes and steals my bag. What the heck, man? That is my croissant money. I immediately run after the phantom, cursing his name under my breath, when I run into these two people, one of which was the owner of the phantom. I am getting that croissant. I am mentally and physically ready to get into a fist fight with the panda when Taco Bell runs up and is like, you can't fight a phantom, you'll get hurt. Yeah, no, I won't. I could drop kick it. Whatever, here, take one of these Pokemon to help you. Fine, I'll have the bean. It looks goofy enough to work. After drop kicking the bean at the phantom, it gives me my bag back, whereas Taco Bell goes ahead and uses the other two Pokemon to bring my bag to the hotel room. She then realizes she dropped me into a gang fight, apologizes, and then forces me to fight my way out. Wow, thank you so much! After Taco Bell almost disintegrates a group of friends with a flower, she takes me to Hotel Z, where I immediately pass out in my hotel room. The next morning, Taco Bell gives me a super cool jacket and an invitation to join some tournament where you try to not die. It's confusing and I skipped over the dialogue. One catching tutorial later, I got Rock Smash and a couple of Pokemon, and I continue on. I head back to Hotel Z, where Taco Bell gives me a croissant. Yes! I've completed my mission! I can go Wait, the trains are down. A little bit later, Taco Bell makes me go out and socialize with random people in the middle of the night. Fight a bunch of people, mostly children, until I get a challenge ticket. Using that ticket, I fight the roughest, toughest guy around. That's not saying much. Here's this guy called Zach, but everyone calls him Lazy Eternal or something. Me, though, I'll just call him Mr. Loser, because why not? Anyway, I used Bartleby as Death Fodder to set up for Disco the Chikorita to finish him off. Afterward, we celebrated by going to a food truck and destroying a flash mob. We then went to see this detective lady, Emma, so we could do a side quest and other thing. I want to do that because I could get Chespin, but by now I've gained free access to everything, so I decide to run around and catch Pokemon. I get a haircut, sell everything I have, and then go to catch some of my favorite Pokemon. I catch a Venipede in Wild Area 5 and evolve Disco. After that, I find this dude lying on the floor in a fetal position crying because he saw a big version of his rabbit and had a mental breakdown. Obviously, I help him, because I'm definitely an incredibly good person who will help anyone anytime. Definitely. He leads me into a definitely not sketchy alley and tells me to stand still. Definitely. That's deeply concerning. Suddenly, a big old rabbit jumps out and attacks us. Holy cow, he's thick! I immediately catch him because I wanted to treat myself and name him Big Chungus. I don't use him, I just wanted to have him around. I help out a bunch of people, get a new outfit, and talk to Emma, who has to be one of my favorite characters in the game, right next to Naveen and Gooey. Anyway, she showed me Mega Evolution. I got a little disappointed that she didn't give me a Chespin, but that's okay, because my phone told me they found another victim for me to clobber. Yippee! Fight Club time! After beating up 15 trainers, I get the challenge ticket and find this lady named Ivan with the Y, I don't know. She walks up, scoffs, and then immediately loses because her ace was a level 16 Vivian. Great job. I become a rank X, and I'm forced to go back to Hotel Z because apparently that's where I live now. The next day, I wake up and this lady named Lita, who is also part of Team MZ, is blabbing about Naveen's personal business. Naveen is rightfully ticked off and chooses not to tell me anything, which I'm fine with. But Lita is like, no, Declan will bother you for the information. I don't care if I know or not. I just came down here to get breakfast. Too bad, so sad. You're the one who wanted to know. I didn't say anything like that. Oh, well, whatever. Lita shoves me outside and forces me to fight Naveen, which I did not care to do at 7 in the morning, and Naveen pulls out a Spinarak to fight me with. This character and Pokemon combination I adore because of Naveen being a close designer, because of this one Pokemon card with Spinarak and Ariados. Game Freak did a really good job with assigning Pokemon to the characters. Anyway, I wipe out Naveen's team, feel kind of bad about it, and leave, but then I find my holy grail. One of my favorite things in any video game, a clothes store. I spend $9,000 on clothes, get a way better outfit, and explore for a while. During my exploration, I found an Alpha Houndoom that tried to kill me, an Alpha Binacle that tried to kill me, and a bunch of Pokemon. Then suddenly my phone beeps to tell me my next victim, but I didn't learn who it was because in the distance I saw an Emolga. I don't think a lot of people, other than my brothers, know how much I love this Pokemon. Goomy, though, still outweighs him, along with Turtwig, Litwick, Sandile, Swampert, Tynamo, Fuecoco, Shiny Smoliv, Shiny Squirtle, and like 28 others. Anyway, I add him to my team. So far, I've been catching basically every Pokemon I see, but I only put the ones I like in my team. Also, I've been naming said favorite Pokemon after types of music. Bayleaf is Disco, Whirlipede, I evolved him, is Metal, and Emolga is Punk. It's just what I've been doing. I look around a little longer, catch a couple of Pokemon, and wait until I can find my next opponent. Night falls. Oh boy. I did it! Rank W, because I'm a winner. Everyone else is a loser. I wake up in my hotel room and go downstairs, only for Lita to be like, blah, 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 I need to go. And then she proceeds to leave her passport, credit card, wallet, car keys, driver's license, and car right on the table. AZ, the guy who owns the hotel and is best friends with E-Flower Flow Up, tells me to bring Lita her stuff. I agree, gather supplies, and immediately leave to do something else. I find a Chespin trying to beat up a car, and I think, that looks awesome. So I help him beat up the car and catch the Chespin. I bring Lita her stuff, beat her up, keep a credit card, yada yada yada. I then proceed to just fight people until I am rank V. After I beat the guy, I walk outside and standing in front of me is a black and green dog thing. Emma Carlson yells, "Catch that puppet boy!" So I go do that. Followed it around until I stumble upon an Absol just kind of chilling. It looks drunk to me. Izzy comes, tells me the Absol is about to Mega Evolve, lends me a Lucario to beat it, and now I have an Absol, Mega Ring, and a really cute, hey, where'd the puppy go? So I just have an Absol now. I name it Pop and figure out that a ton of new wild zones are open. I explore all of them, catching a Sandile, one of my favorite Pokemon, a Slowpoke, one of my favorite Pokemon, and a Vanillish. He sucks. I named the Sandile Rock and the Slowpoke West, short for Western. But during my excavation of Area 10, I found a shiny Alpha Watchog. It took 20 or so minutes and 4 Mega Evolutions, but I caught it. I don't add it to my team, because it's Watchog, but I thought I should mention him. His name is The Silly, by the way. Anyway, after the fight, I walk to a Pokemon Center, they heal my Pokemon, and while I wait, I get a call from Mabel. She proceeds to be like, "Get your butt over here." So obviously, as any Pokemon trainer would, I got my butt over there. She then says, "Pick a Pokemon," and I picked Charmander. I love Bulbasaur, but I already picked Chikorita and Chespin, and I need a better fire type than Houndour, Litleo, Numel, or Pansear. I name him Funk. I go on my computer and do excessive work to see where to find Goomy. After a little while of decisive research, I figure out that I can find Goomy in only one location. It takes 4 minutes, but I catch him, name him Lo-Fi, and toss Slowpoke into the box. I evolve Funk into a Charmeleon and continue exploring. I decide to do story crap, whereas I fight a bunch of Dedenne in front of a cell phone tower. After that, Taco Bell's friend, Vinny, is like, "Y'all are good at this. You can find me in your next promotion match." So I'm like, okay, I'll fight a Flash Mob. So I go to the battle zone, fight 11 people, evolve Metal into the Scolipede, and go to fight Vinny. This was a fun fight. It was my first fight in the game with 4 Pokemon, and my first ever fight against a Mega Drampa. And the funny cherry on top, Goomy, Coolin, Sandile, and Charmeleon evolved. And then I got shot up to rank F from rank V. Yeah, I know I didn't show the whole story. Heck, I only showed a sixth of the game. This is already 7 pages long, and I need to find a stopping point. I'm going to keep playing the game for the fun of it, but I probably won't make a part 2. I'm just going to continue the Shining Pearl series after this. End of the video.